also West centricity. But in contrast to this concept, what Islam is said is a totalistic way of life. Unlike the Western way of looking at things in isolation, whether it is this worldly life, whether it is that worldly life, I think the entire Western philosophy is based on the notion of separation, separating religion from public life and separating public life from religion. But unlike what the Western epistemology emphasizes, the importance of separating things, spirituality is something else, materiality is something else, and people should be concerned only with the happiness in this world. They should not bother about the hereafter. This is something which Islam, as an epistemology, as a theory, as a way of life, and towards Professor has drawn our very important attention. Following the Quranic lines that reason and revelation do not have any contradiction to each other. Following the line that reason and revelation cannot be dichotomized in separate ways, I think he has very rightly and very sincerely and very brilliantly followed the Quranic line, saying that God doesn't prohibit us from thinking, from visualizing things rationality. I think so many verses of the Holy Quran, God is telling us, the believers, do the research, try to understand the whole world, and if you are capable of creating anything new, try to create a verse like the one that I have created. He is challenging the ingenuity of the human being. So in other words, in Islamic history, in Islamic civilization, definitely there is no contradiction between reason and revelation. There is no contradiction between science and religion also, precisely because in the medieval ages, following this Quranic line, medieval Islam has produced excellent scholars like Ibn Sina, Imam Ghazali, and so many other scholars. I think what we have to emphasize in this connection is that the symbiosis between reason and revelation, in the entirety of the Risala Nur, what I have found to the best of my understanding of the Risala Nur, I have fortunately followed the Risala Nur from page 1 to it's 6,000 pages, but of course when I start reading it again, I get a new perspective about the Risala Nur. But what is very, very important, in every sentence which Badi'uzzama Sayyid Nursi has interpreted the Holy Quran in his Risala Nur, I find the excellent element of rationality, and also this rationality has to be added to revelation. What is very, very important for me in this connection is that he instrumentalized, I am using the word very consciously, he has instrumentalized reason for the service of Iman. And Iman has never been in contradiction with Islam. This is precisely, you have to make use of your cerebral faculties for the cause of Iman. And Iman, if you combine our reason with Iman, I think the salvation of the human beings on this earth and the salvation the salvation of human beings in the hereafter is taken care of. But this is not something which the Western philosophy has been talking about. My friend has already talked about. Of course, Western societies talk about Christian civilization. It's that Christian civilization has been unfortunately materialized. The theological, or what you call the spiritual dimension of that Christianity is something which the Western has given it up. I think to that, what Badi'uzzama has been emphasizing to the followers of Christianity in the real sense of the term, he's saying, he's inviting them, come and dialogue with us. Try to bring back the spirit of the holy, try to bring back the spirit of the Bible, and try to have some conjoined kind of a combination, and try to bring about a civilization which doesn't talk about any separation of this worldly and the other worldly life. This is precisely what he has tried to emphasize. I think there are certain points where I have to emphasize in this connection. I think why Western societies have been facing a lot of problems by bifurcating reason from revelation. It is because the most important, I should have said, most dangerous impact of Kantian positivism. Kantian positivism has, in a very, very binary way, dissected human reason from human spirit. I think it hasn't given any place to religion. It has confined religion to the four walls of the spirituality of a human being. It has, by doing that, it has done a great disservice to Western civilization, which is very much in the initial stages rooted in Christianity. I think following this very unfortunate model, Kemal Atatürk's westernization project in the Republican Turkey has also sought to bring out that Kantian and Bergsonian positivism onto the Turkish society. It has taken a great deal of effort on the part of the Kemalism to try to bring out a new society imposed from the above, but it did not happen because predominantly more than 99% of the Turkish population even today happen to be the Muslims and following a particular maslak with which we are also very much familiar. So what is very, very important, the way that westernization on the Kemalist model hasn't been really successful in the Republic of Turkey attests to the fact, the firm belief on the part of the Turkish people to the heritage that they have drawn from Islam, and also the combination of reason and revelation. I think this is the best solution which mankind has been waiting for, and I think we are very much fortunate. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed upon us the responsibility of spreading this message, and I am really thankful that Risala-i-Nur has brought out this symbiosis between reason and revelation in so clear-cut a manner, in so unambiguous a manner. I think it is upon our it dwells upon our responsibility in this very connection. And here I would like to emphasize why this very task of spreading the message of synergizing reason and revelation has been taken very, very constructively and very, very brilliantly by the followers of Buddhism. Sayyid Nursi called Nurjular movement. The proliferating size of the followers within and beyond Turkey, that is Nurjular movement. Nurjular, the followers, the so-called Nurjular, buttress their faith neither on Pir Murid institution or system nor on the word of mouth. Their entire understanding of the Iman is based on the text. The text here being the Risala-i-Nur. There is everything that they do is based on the text and the interpretation of the text and trying to understand the text in the real sense of the term. On that very basis, spreading the message of Islam to the rest of the world. I think this is what exactly the right approach, a rational approach to any religious matter, to any theological matter. And the community's religious vocation revolves around study centers called Dazhanes. I am personally involved in these very important things also, where the followers congregate, read and comprehend the text in order to strengthen their Iman. I think, alhamdulillah, this has been going on not only here in India, very interestingly, it has been going on in all the nooks and corners of Turkey. It has been going on in Balkan region, and it has been going on in the western part of the world. I think what Buddhism has said, the future of Europe will be the future of Islam, because there is nothing like contradiction between all the Abrahamic faiths. The only difference is difference of interpretation. The only difference is the difference of deviation. I think if we can bring back all the commonalities, because all these three religions root their theological foundation to Prophet Abraham.
Please try
and that is precisely what is very, very important for us to remember in this connection. So in other words, to emphasize very importantly, what Buddhism has Sayyid Nursi in his 6,000 volumes of Risala has emphasized is nothing more and nothing less than emphasizing the Quranic foundation of synergizing reason and revelation, and that is very, very important. That is very, very important, and this has done it in the 20th century, and there lies the salvation for the entire mankind, not just for the followers of Islam at all. I think if we can bring it in a brilliant way, as Sayyid Nursi has done it in so rational a way, and if we can simply follow that line that he has designed in his Risala-i-Nur, I think we will be doing a great deal of service to the mankind, and if we can do that, God will also take care of us. That is very important task of mankind is taken up by an institution, İKV in Turkish acronym, or Istanbul Foundation for Science and Culture, and particularly to this foundation, the director of this foundation, to Faris Abi, I owe my greatest acknowledgement, and I sincerely
try and understand.
that he is doing a very important. Thank you very much.